That's what right there. Yeah, we're looking at this shit too.
I forgot wherever I was trying to start. Oh shit. Okay, I did go see Sinners.
Yes.
Me too.
Oh my God.
Me too.
Y'all doing that now?
However,
Okay.
No, Freeze this yet.
However, no, I'm just trying to get a small portion of the audience to hate you for the weekend.
Got it.
However, I'm unable to give my very detailed review because Freeze has not seen it yet, and he's going tonight.
Yes.
I've been ready since Monday.
I went out last night at like midnight to see this shit. Me too.
I did that Monday
to talk about this
I thought we were gonna do that on Tuesday.
Yeah, it was really important for work purposes, man. I'm surprised anybody, but Freeze is going. But Freeze is going to see it tonight. For work purposes, such a blockbuster.
Yeah.
Ryan Coogler,
Highest
friend of the
grossing
show.
original film since
Come on,
since Caddyshack or something.
Black cinema. Hey, that was racist. Wait, that was.
I just caught that.
It was.
That's racist as hell.
Right.
I was just trying to think of an old movie.
Yeah, but as soon as Freeze sees it,
Yeah, we're going tonight.
we'll
We're going
be
tonight.
here with our review.
Because I got thoughts.
Do you?
Yeah.
Or we'll send Freeze ass to Starbucks in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And just get a little bit in.
That sounds like
Y'all
a
can
plan.
rock out.
'Cause I got to know what you think about some things on there, and I got to, yeah. And you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know what y'all think.
Great film,
Everyone's
too.
seen it. I loved it.
Well, the whole listen.
All right, look. If we're here, let me know so I can go to Starbucks.
Hold on, Freeze.
I'll take a cappuccino.
I do want to say a little
All
something.
right, well, hold on. Let me go. Let me go to Starbucks.
Step,
then.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's go.
Step just for a little something.
Yeah.
The close Starbucks.
Oh, they both.
Not the one that's.
They both leaving. Hold on.
Yeah, you know.
Hey, don't go outside and do no. Oh yeah, go outside and
Yeah,
see it.
Right, you
We
go.
know those little breaks.
You got to be careful.
We know
There
those
you
breaks.
go.
Oh shit, y'all walked out at Joe's birthday party.
Yo, y'all did that at my birthday party. There was wild behavior at my birthday party that we could just never address.
I'm so mad I ain't go to that party.
You should
Mark
have been at that
Lamont
party.
Hill.
I was at home like mad as shit.
Damn.
You should have went to.
Oh, that was before you were like really up
Yeah,
here. Like,
I had got the invite.
He still got the invite.
I got the invite, but wifey, we just anyway. Yeah, it wasn't gonna play.
At that point, you don't know that that's an event that you probably should just. A lot of shit went on that.
Lot of shit
that
went
we
on.
just swept under the rug, and I don't even have a broom.
family business. It is what it is.
Yeah. Shit that we saw in plain sight.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Obvious shit.
I didn't know Freeze was doing that at my birthday party.
That
All right,
disappeared for a little bit. Yeah.
Hey, Freeze.
Listen, my main takeaway from Sinners is don't date white bitches.
Yo,
The
Yeah.
whole movie is telling you in mad different ways not to date the white chicks.
Not trust white people in general. I think was a.
At all.
that's my wife literally turned to me about 3 recordings. It was like Dr. Umar tried to tell us.
If
Like,
someone comes to your door with a banjo, no,
don't let him in.
absolutely not. Get that banjo
Not at
shit
all.
the fuck
Not
out of
at
here.
all.
Yeah, that's the best takeaway from me. I loved it.
Yeah, I love
And don't succumb to greed neither. Money is not everything. When she went out there to get, because if she didn't go out there to go check
true.
on the white people and get money from them to see how much they had,
Yeah.
I mean, nothing would have happened.
That's a good point. I didn't think about
yeah.
that.
So don't
because
don't fall into greed.
one of the twins, I don't remember which one, was kind of cool with the fact that it wasn't really making no bread. We're gonna build this up.
Yeah, smoke.
And yeah, they sent the white girl out to bring in some more.
Actually, Stack was the one who was cool with it because he was the one like, yeah, fuck it, take the wood and nickels.
Yeah.
What else? I loved how this was. I think this might have been Ryan Coogler's best film, in my opinion.
I think Fruitville's still better, but
They so different. Yeah,
Yeah, they're very different.
this was like this is one of them like masterpiece things
For sure.
That one is a lot more like
story.
Yeah.
Fruitville was a real event, and Ryan Coogler wasn't nobody.
True.
right.
So wow, it tugged on the heartstrings. We all cried, but no budget, real story. We see what he did. Black Panther is still Black Panther. There are other reasons that we go into the theater outside of, hey, Ryan Coogler's involved in this.
Right.
Granted, he did a great job, but
For sure.
we come into the theater in droves for other reasons as well.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
The
okay.
same thing could be said with Creed. You're leaning on 40 years of equity.
Right.
With
Fair.
Rocky
The franchise.
fans, Apollo.
Fair.
You might have did an amazing job, too.
Yeah.
This movie was my first time, because I don't want to be ignorant to the movie buffs out there that may know differently, was my first time seeing Ryan Coogler as Ryan Coogler, trusted with this large of a budget, relying on his star player that he done called on 3 and 4 times to now come and be 2 niggas. Because this is so important. I can't lose the viewership of you not being involved in even the bad side of this when we cut to that. Like, this was just, it was a lot going on. I loved all the historical shit. I loved them saying, still, even in this, don't play with them natives. I love that.
Yes.
I loved
they should have listened.
Yeah, don't play with them natives.
I thought that was
the natives came.
They tried to tell.
This ain't that. This ain't that.
Yeah. Cut him out. Is he in here? We here for business.
Yeah.
And they ain't play with them?
Nope.
They ain't do none of that evil eye, none of that shit with them.
No. And them Choctaw got the fuck up out of there. They ain't get no more problems.
Exactly.
That's what I loved about it.
Exactly. I love that. Until the Korean lady did the cornball shit, I loved how they held us down. Because then I later read that historically the role that they
blacks
played
and Asians,
that was amazing. And then I'm a musician, so all of that musical shit
was fire.
First of all, I think
Not all of it.
I grew up in a blues household, so this was a trope that I'm familiar with, and I just love putting blues in the forefront in 2025 in that manner.
Yeah, I totally agree. Why you say not all of it?
That one mashup scene, I couldn't. It didn't.
Irish?
Yo,
No, the swaggerless trap drum.
Yeah,
blues.
They lost me for 35 seconds.
Yeah, they lost me too.
That was
the one.
That was fire.
It could have been the one. They should have called Metro or somebody.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I like the idea of it. I didn't like how they executed it sonically.
A little.
Now they buy that shit, y'all.
Yeah, y'all crazy as hell.
It's
The message behind
That scene is the one where I'm sitting there almost teary-eyed a little bit.
Me up.
Because it didn't sound right at first.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And then when it took you a second to see what was
It adjusted
happening.
in your ears
And be
sonically.
like, and yeah. The blues dude, man, I didn't expect his voice to be like that once he started singing in the car.
Oh,
And neither did the twin. It's like, oh shit, hey, come with me, homeboy.
Right.
You can sing like that.
What's my man that plays the harmonica? What's his name? The actor?
Delroy Lindo.
Yeah.
Yes.
He would be a dead ringer for Howlin' Wolf if they ever do a movie. I don't know if you guys are blues heads.
Yeah. Oh, that's speaking of blues. Buddy guy at the end, the
that
real
was
Buddy
fly.
guy
Yeah,
at
that's
the
fly.
end.
Oh, come on, man.
And most people had left the theater when we saw it because it was like a postscript. So people had walked in.
My whole theater stayed and knew to stay.
I went to a black theater. Niggas was gone.
I went to a white theater, but black people in there.
Okay.
Like, it was nothing but black people in there.
You had a culture.
Was a black dude, Magic Johnson, nigga?
I don't want to say which one, but I'm just saying I stay for in the credits.
Got it.
And a lot of people don't read the credits, you know what I mean, in general. But afterward, when they popped up, that the genius of that scene, I also thought was they hit home something that was subtle throughout the whole movie about the exploitative nature of white culture and white culture theft. When dude come in with the Coogee and the white girl, you know, when they come in that scene to meet the new version of Preacher Boy, it's like,
but
this
now
is more Vulture.
But now you are alive with this white girl. But you can only come out when it's dark. Like, you're kind of stuck in this really nasty, ugly life, even though you're alive. Versus the big black woman, the beautiful, thick black woman that I love. I loved it. That was her role and portrayal. I was real sad when she got bit.
Yeah.
Spoiler alerts.
Yeah, sorry.
But I love that love story. And though they died, it was like we're alive in spirit through multi-generations.
Ryan Coogler's Sinners has taken the box office by storm, earning both critical acclaim and massive audience support. Opening to an impressive $48 million domestically and more than $60 million globally in its first weekend, it's the biggest debut for an original film since Jordan Peele's Us in 2019. But what makes Sinners stand out so powerfully in a crowded cinematic landscape? At its core, Sinners is bold storytelling. Coogler blends genres, horror, drama, action, and even musical elements, into something that feels completely fresh. The story follows a haunted Mississippi town steeped in hoodoo tradition, where sin manifests as real, monstrous forces. Michael B. Jordan delivers a standout performance in dual roles, and his layered portrayal helps anchor the film in emotional truth even as the supernatural unfolds. What also sets Sinners apart is its deep cultural texture. Coogler, who has Southern roots himself, infuses the movie with authenticity by drawing from Black Southern folklore, the blues, and spiritual traditions that aren't often portrayed on screen. This cultural depth resonates with audiences, especially those who've longed to see their stories reflected in major genre films. Visually, Sinners is a feast. The cinematography is rich and moody, and the film was designed with IMAX in mind, creating an immersive experience that truly pulls viewers into its eerie, gothic world.